Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Alison, the online piano and online violin tutor. So today I'm going to take you through a little tutorial from one of the pieces from my Christmas violin book. So I wrote this book a couple of years ago now, and this is available to purchase and download from my online shop. Now this book has been written for you guys, that you are my audience that I've written this book for. And this book contains 10 traditional and holiday Christmas pieces, but it also contains MP3 backing tracks that I've put together as well. So it isn't just a normal book with just some of your traditional Christmas and holiday songs in. It's also got MP3 backing tracks, and they're all quite different, and I think you're going to like them because some of them are a little bit more traditional, some of them have been made a little bit more modern, but either way it really is just a fantastic book for you to just play at Christmas. But the beauty and the bonus of this book as well is that it does contain tab music. I'll put a little example of what I mean by tab music. So as I said, there are 10 traditional pieces in this book, but there are 9 tab sheets. So there's only one song in here that doesn't have a tab sheet to it. Now tabs are just a very, as you can see from the example, they're just a very kind of quick, easy and simple way of just playing a piece. Now, a lot of people don't like tab, and I find that there's a time and a place for tab music, and there's nothing wrong with tab music. You know, there's traditional sheet music in here as well, so you're going to have that as well. But for those of you that are maybe not quite as advanced as everybody else, and you're not quite ready to go onto sheet music, or maybe you're just dabbling, you've just started out in the violin, you know, do you know what? You just want to play a piece of music in the shortest possible time, and just make it as easy as possible, and I'm here to do that for you. And just think, do you know what, don't listen to anyone else, just do it. I do think that you do need to learn the proper way. I have a 1 to 30 violin course that I go on about all the time. I'll put links to that and videos of that. I just released a video not that long ago on my channel all about my 1 to 30 violin course. So I do advocate playing properly. I am a professional violinist myself, and I don't like shortcuts, but you know, I just think it's the Christmas season, it's holiday season, isn't it? So you're going to get a violin for Christmas, or you've got a violin for Christmas ahead of time, whatever, and you just want to play a Christmas piece. Why should anybody Scrooge that away from you? You know, if you just want to do it, that's fine. So in this book as well is the traditional sheet music, but also tab for 9 pieces. The only one that isn't is the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. So I'm going to take you through one of those tab pieces today. So you'll obviously need to purchase the book to get hold of the actual tab sheet music and the MP3 backing tracks. This is $12 to buy on my shop. It is downloadable. I cannot stress that enough. I've literally just printed this out on my printer at home and just bound it together. There is no physical book. It is 100% downloadable. So as soon as you purchase and you've paid for it, go to your emails or go to your account in the shop, download it, print it out yourself, or look at it on a tablet or computer, whatever's easy for you. You'll get all the MP3s alongside that as well. So it's not a physical book, it's a downloadable book. So anywhere you are in the world, you could be playing this at Christmas. So I'm going to be going through one of the tab pieces today. I'm going to be playing it for you so you can hear how it goes. You can see my fingers moving, and the camera is going to be zoomed in very close on my fingers so that you can see me play it. So you've got a little reference guide, and then I'm just going to talk you through just a couple of the notes just very quickly, just to give you a helping hand in just getting on just getting off quickly and just being able to play a simple Christmas song for your family with very little time and effort put in. So I should say, as a sort of caveat, I'm obviously assuming that you know how to hold the violin, and I'm obviously assuming that you know how to hold the bow as well. If you don't know how to do any of those things, then I will put a link underneath, but head to my 1 to 10 lesson course first. So I've got a 1 to 30 violin course, but if you check out lessons 1 to 10 first, everything you need for lessons 1 to 10 is completely free. It's just everything else after that. You'll then need to get books if you want to progress on with that, which I know you will, but you'll need to at least have taken yourself through the first 10 lessons, and maybe even some of the songbook 1 to sort of have a go at this. So I'm assuming that you have some background knowledge of how to play, where to play, you know, and sort of pretty much where the fingers go. This is just giving you a quick little helping hand. So without any further ado, let's get on with the tutorial for the first piece. Auld Lang Syne. Now let's move on to the tab sheet music that you're going to be looking at. So first of all, it says introduction, 3 bars of 4 and come in on the 4th beat of bar 4, or count to 15 and come in on the 16th beat. So if you don't understand what 3 bars of 4 mean, don't worry about that. As soon as the music starts, count to 15 in time with the music, and then you'll start playing should, or the 3 on the should, which is the first word, should old acquaintance be forgot. You'll start playing on the 16th note. That's all you kind of really have to worry about at this stage. If that kind of confuses you or you're not quite sure, just put the performance on. If that's kind of confusing you and you're still not really sure, just put the performance, the MP3 performance recording on, and you can just play along when I come in. So listen to when I come in on the violin, and then you'll get the hang of it, and then you'll be able to do it on your own. So let's have a look at the tab sheet music. So we've got the words, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to blah blah blah. So you've got the words there, and then you've got some numbers above that. That's going to be referring to the fingers, and you've got some capital letters, G, capital D, A and D. That's going to be referring to your strings, G, D, A and E. Obviously you need to know this song, of course, in your head. If you don't, it's going to be, you're not going to be able to work it out. The difference between the tab and the sheet music is obviously that you just don't have any rhythm. So it tells you what fingers you're going to be putting down. It tells you where you're going to be putting the fingers, as in what string. But it doesn't tell you when you're going to be putting your fingers down. And this is where the words come in. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to. So as you're kind of singing that in your head, you're going to be learning where to put the notes. So you're starting on with third finger on the G, should, and then second finger on the D, old acquaint, and then open A, tense, third on the G, B, two on the D, forgot with the 3 on the D, and sort of so on and so on. So it's not very difficult to kind of fathom out. That's the whole point of the tab music. Obviously I encourage you to learn the sheet music, but maybe this is something that you can kind of pick up in the new year with a new year resolution. So, have a go at the tab music now, and in the new year just kind of vow to learn to play the violin properly. And you can do that with the help of my 1 to 30 violin course. First 10 lessons are free. I've done videos about it on my channel recently. I'll link it and put some more information underneath. But if you want to learn how to play the violin properly in the new year as a new year resolution, then my 1 to 30 violin lessons or course is going to guarantee to do that for you. 100% guarantee. So back to the music. What you'll notice is that there are some capital B's. Do we have any S's? No, some of the tabs have capital B's and capital S's. Now this is all written in the front of the book, so you don't have to remember this, but B stands for back, S stands for stretched. Now that's specifically telling you where to put your fingers. So if you need to put your fingers outside of these dots, so finger 1 goes on the dot, finger 3 goes on the blue dot. Where does finger 2 go? And it's really important. We can't just stuff finger 2 down in the middle. It doesn't work that way. So if we have a look on the first line, we've got a 3 on G, okay, nice and easy. We're just on the blue dot there. And then we've got a second finger on D, and it says B for back. Now what that means is that it's going to be back, it's going to be jammed in right next to the first finger, or just above where the red dot is. If it said S, it would be jammed in right behind where the third finger would go, or just behind the blue dot. So back is there, stretched is there. So we've got a second finger back for old acquaintance. So we're going to be about there. Then we've got an open A. Then we've got a 3 on D. And then we've got a 2 on D, which also says back. So it's going to be about there. So I'm trying to see this in the viewfinder in my camera. And then we've got another 3 on D, so on and so on. So that's it really. It's just, it just tells you whether your second finger is stretched or back. If you head to the chorus and have a look at the chorus, 1, 2, 3, the third line down, will take a cup, oh kindness yet. If you look at wheel, you've got a 1 on E, and that also says B. So normally your 1 on the E would be here on the red dot, but because it says back, we're just going to move it back. We're just going to move it back to there, and that's where it goes. And that is pretty much it. It's pretty self-explanatory. It really is nothing different. That's the whole point. Where you've got little cues where it says repeat the verse or repeat the last 2 lines, you know, do what it's telling you to do. That will fit in nicely with the MP3 backing track. If you feel like there's a couple of extra notes in there that you feel are kind of extra or surplus and they don't kind of fit with how you know the song in your head, you know, that's fine. Don't get bogged down with that. That's just my interpretation of this. And like I said, there is no strict sheet music where you've got the notes coming in at the right time telling you what to do and when. You don't have the rhythm with this, it's the words. So I've just interpreted this one way. I've interpreted this to be sort of not overly complicated, because obviously that defeats the purpose of the tab. But if you feel like you wanted to put an extra note in there or something like that because it just sounds better to you or it sounds right to you, absolutely go ahead and do that. You know, no one's telling you not to do that. So that's it really, just nice and simple. Don't forget you can download and purchase this book. This is not a physical product. This is a downloadable book. You'll get the 10 songs in there with the sheet music. You'll get the 9 tab sheet musics that go with the 10 of the songs. There's only one in there that isn't tab, and that's the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy, because there's no words to that, so we can't tabulate that. You'll also get the 10 MP3 backing tracks that you can play along to, and also the all the MP3 performances of this. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Merry Christmas, happy holidays and all that, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.